Our next matchup for the Clan Wars featherweight title. And fighting out of the red corner, Dec the Demon McAleenan in the white trunks. And his opponent in the blue and white bad boy, Jordan Mairs. Referee Aidan Marin calls the action to a start, and here we go.
Southpaw stance for McAleenan. Goes with a big kick to the body there, and that forces the takedown from Mairs. He's in on the hips. If you can just suck the arms in. Good defence there from McAleenan though.
Nice
good
work
balance.
Spreading out his weight and making himself difficult to lift by McAleenan.
Yeah, he's fished for the underhook now. That'll help his cause as well. McAleenan going under the leg. That's a dangerous tactic there. Could be trying to switch off for a single leg or a high crotch when your opponent's really digging his hips. But he's under the hips and he's got his hands together. The takedown's there to finish. And there it is.
Finish it, he does. As Jordan gets the takedown now, he's on top, right up against the fence. There's a lot of options there for Dec McAleenan, Jay.
Yeah, hard to control a guy when they've got their back against the fence. As you say, there's so many ways to scramble. If he starts posting, he can use the fence to help him back to his feet. He'd be well served to try and drag him off the fence if he wants to try and control him on the ground.
And that seems to be exactly his intention as he starts landing big strikes there.
Yeah, some heavy left hands come in. Look, maybe the guillotine, he fancies it and he jumps for it. But McAleenan passed it to side control, eliminates the threat. That was savvy work there from McAleenan.
It was indeed. He saw that one coming a long way off. Made a deft little pass as the jump came, and now he's on top. Still struggling to free his head, but in a fine position to start advance his cause.
Yeah, Mairs just telegraphed that guillotine a little too much, and that just allowed McAleenan to be one step ahead. And now he's got the top position, and Mairs has to fight from the bottom. And not only that, his guard's passed as well. Nice heavy shoulder of justice there. Helps him pass into the mount. And big shots coming in from McAleenan.
Tremendous shots immediately. The first opening hook there when he took mount definitely let him know that he was in the wrong position and seems to be backing away, which I'm surprised at, Jay.
Yeah, obviously fighting out of a primarily jiu-jitsu based school, but more than happy to engage in the stand-up game as McAleenan gets a nice trip there. Straight into the mount again.
Well, I take it back. He knew what he was doing.
They give him a Sakuraba palm slap there.
There's something you don't see very much of nowadays.
Very rarely, if at all. I'd like to see him give him a double palm slap, but no. Mairs gets to the top.
Not just yet. As Jordan Mairs gets back on top inside the guard, Dec McAleenan. The Clan Wars featherweight title on the line. Some nice hammer fist strikes there over the top.
Yeah, McAleenan had a grip of his arm, but Mairs was able to free his forearm and just get enough motion in his body to land some powerful hammer fists. In good control there as McAleenan tried to sweep.
Nice transition to an armbar there. Is this tight?
That was fast. Mairs needs to put all his weight. He's doing the right things. He doesn't want to go punch for punch, but his elbow might be out now. Punch for punch when you're in an armbar is not advisable. And there's the end of the round.
That was quite an exciting finish. You don't see that every day. Guys deciding to juke it out while one of them is in an armbar. But,
it wouldn't be my first port of call, but it works and Mairs saw out the round, so all credit to him. I guess it might be something I'll implement into my game one day.
It could very well happen.
That was a nice fast switch from McAleenan. Showed just how good his grappling game is off his back. You know, it took no time at all for him to attack that arm, and from there Mairs was threatened. But you know, Mairs hit a couple of good takedowns from there. Spent some time on top. Again, another one of those very close rounds, which is a testament to the matchmaking. And these guys don't just get thrown into Clan Wars title shots. You've got to earn them.
They certainly do not. And McAleenan mentioned that one of the things that he worked on for this fight camp was his strength and conditioning. So that was a tough round for both fighters. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out for the second. You can see that Jordan Mairs is breathing quite heavy there.
Yeah, the hardest thing on the gas tank is, you know, going through all the ranges. Striking, wrestling, grappling, back up, back down. That's what really gets you. And these guys definitely did that in the first round.
They certainly did it all. Both men look a little bit tired, but no less the eager for the battle in this second round.
Nice drive, caught the kick there, did McAleenan. Good drive and gets the pass all too easily on Mairs. Just let him pass, and you know, McAleenan showed some good control from the top before and some heavy ground and pound when he got the opportunity.
And he's put himself in that advantageous position again. Now he's in side control.
Mairs wants to be trying to hip escaping away from the body. of McAleenan, but his hips are flat from there. He's not trying to move too much. Turning the opposite way, he can give you back if you go that way. And he gives up the mount, but just as he went to step over the mount, Mairs timed it perfectly, gets that roll. Got to be careful of his arms again though.
We found himself in this position in the first round. There was a big threat there from an armbar.
McAleenan almost went to work a butterfly hook in there. Opts to go back to that open guard. Wants to push off and does. Good sprawl from Mairs. Tries to get out to the back, but he might get taken down again because McAleenan's got that grip.
And he's got his hands work together. They're apart now. He switches back out to the single.
And gets it. Oh, but again, Mairs, it almost had that.
Almost reverses it. Some nice work with a butterfly hook there from Mairs on his back now, trying to reverse it. Didn't quite get the leverage he needed. And we have Dec McAleenan on top for the second time this round.
But a few times Mairs has shown just how the bread and butter stuff like a good bridge and roll can get you out of a tough spot. Nothing fancy. And he's not better in boloing and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's just good old.
Does he have an earpiece listening to the commentary? As soon as you said bridge and roll, that's exactly what happened. And Mairs now on top again. Again, another position he's found himself in this fight a couple of times. Working his way out of a deep whizzer there, trying to protect those arms from the educated hips of Dec McAleenan.
A hammer fist from the bottom from McAleenan. He's very active from the bottom. Mairs with a flurry. Good knee shield guard there from McAleenan, tries to create some space. And I don't think Mairs will want to give McAleenan the space or offer him back up. Certainly wants to be on top and fight this from the top position.
A nice shot there. He's at risk for the up kick, but he's managed to avoid them so far. Now he might be in for a reverse triangle.
Especially with someone like McAleenan who's got really long legs. Mairs needs to keep that right elbow, that right arm, you know, passed across the other side, because if McAleenan can get a hold of it and pull it across his head, it can make that choke a lot tighter. It might just be a bit far above his chin there to squeeze that choke on. It's on the head, the legs are on the head as opposed to around the neck.
Looks like it's just not quite deep enough, it seems. The clapper, I think, has gone for the 10 seconds in the second round, so looks like the bell is going to come through, and it does. A great round of action here for this Clan Wars featherweight title.
Yeah, Mairs spending a good amount of time on top, but McAleenan always threatening. You know, McAleenan at the top as well, but Mairs was just able to bridge and roll a few times, and you know, in terms of the time spent on top, probably spent the majority there. Well, difference being when McAleenan's on the bottom, he's always threatening. You know, he looks for triangles, arm bars, lots of different stuff. When Mairs has been on the bottom, he's not really looked like having any submissions from there.
Well, at the risk of going out on a limb, I'd probably agree there and say that McAleenan probably took that round. That first round still was pretty close, but I think McAleenan should be ahead going into this third and final round. Of course, these are the unofficial musings of your commentary team and should not be taken to reflect the opinions of the judges here at Clan Wars. As referee Aidan Martin clears the cage, so we can get back to the final round and decide who is the Clan Wars featherweight champion.
Yep, 3 minutes to win this belt. Somebody needs to put a stamp on this fight. Oh, and a nice switch kick there.
A lovely switch kick with the long legs of McAleenan. It's hard to see if either is fresher than the other at the moment. They're both game and ready for it.
Yeah, they've had a minute's rest and a big knee to the body there for McAleenan. Mairs took it well. Fires back with one of his own, but he's going to give up the takedown because of it. McAleenan on that single leg, switches off the cage nicely.
Expertly done there by McAleenan. He's back on top again. And as you noted, he spent quite a lot of time on top here.
Head and arm triangle there. If he can keep it nice and tight, head in the armpit, but Mairs was just aware of it, managed to pummel back in just in time. A shoulder thrust.
He managed to get that arm free and take himself back out of danger. And still, though, he has to contend with the problem now of having McAleenan on top in what could be the deciding round for this contest.
Yeah, and if he spends it all on his back, there goes the good old bridge and roll. He can get up on that single leg, but no, McAleenan out to the back. Savvy work there, great movement. And he's managed to stick the right hook in. If he can roll over to his left, he might be able to roll Mairs all the way over and pop the second hook in as well. Or just fight for the choke from there, alternatively.
He's got a good position, landed a nice strike there. The hooks are free once again, but there's a risk of an armbar now.
Armbar on the triangle there.
Take your pick for McAleenan at the moment, though.
Sits off for the arm lock.
Mairs is aware of this. He's defending well, but still some danger from the armbar, and he's free.
Yeah, he did well to get his elbow out there. Just as McAleenan was trying to cinch that up, just pops his elbow past the hips, eliminates the danger. And now it's Mairs on top. If he can have a good spell on top, then all of a sudden the judges are questioning themselves again.
And it's anyone's fight at that point. McAleenan knows this. He's fighting back to his feet. Really doesn't need to be taken down. He is taken down with authority there by Jordan Mairs.
The difference being when Mairs gets on top, he's very rarely progressing past the guard. And McAleenan scrambling well. Obviously when McAleenan was on top, he was in side control with a more dominant position. And inside McAleenan's guard is not the easiest place to be. He's tricky.
He's got those long legs that are always searching for the next submission. You see him climbing all the time. And manages to make it to his feet and get a takedown. A nice movement there.
That was great work there. He didn't even pop all the way back to his feet. He saw that Mairs was going to come in for the shot, for the punches, and drove under, hit that double leg. And that could be a fight-winning takedown for McAleenan.
Really could. There's not that much time left on the clock. And he spent a good deal of time in the start of the round in this position and returning there for the end.
I mean,
to bookend this fight.
Pro rules there, you've got the elbows, but it's hard to let off any effective shots with just punches. And that's it, that's the 10 seconds. These guys have fought hard for the Clan Wars featherweight title. How do you see it, Mark?
I think this is going to go to McAleenan. In my completely unofficial opinion, I think he might have shaded it there. I think he was busier overall, Jay. Where do you see it?
I'd go with you on that one, Mark. Excellent fight though, both guys showed exactly why they're fighting for the title. And only one guy can go home with it. One guy certainly got the edge, and we'll have to go into the cage for the official decision.
Fighters to center for the official decision. Ladies and gentlemen, all three judges scored the fight for your winner and new Clan Wars featherweight champion, Dec McAleenan! And give it up for his opponent, folks, Jordan Mairs. Sure. Folks, I'm here with the new featherweight Clan Wars champion, Dec McAleenan. Declan, one of the most technical fights we've had so far tonight. What was your plan going into that last round, knowing how close it had been?
I don't really know. I just sort of fluff it. Whatever I see, I'll take. And hats off to Jordan. A lot of people were writing him off, but that and my last fight was my two hardest fights. So top opponent.
And you mentioned before you went into fight that you'd worked on your strength and conditioning coming into this. How did that stand to you in the third round?
Well, I was able to go up until the bell. Last time I gassed a bit, but still pulled off the submission with 10 seconds to go. But it's something improving every day.
So what's next?
Who wants to go?
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Demon McAleenan, your new featherweight champion.